What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of the Dwarves, where we are defending Girdlegard, which is surprisingly difficult to say when you roll the R's. It's like they couldn't have picked a more difficult word to say, knowing full well that they are required to roll all R's. It's like if they had, like, roiling roisters or something as their name. It's just, and that's not even that tough because I think it's the RL, like girl. Like, it just makes it a lot more difficult to do. It makes it more, it's not difficult. I mean, it's not like writing an 80-page thesis on something that has to do with, like, physics or something. You know, it's not that bad. But it's still a moderate annoyance, and I don't know why they would do that to their own language. Look at the elven houses. I already did that. This is no time for real estate appraisals. We've got to look at the dead.
Green Glade was one of the few places in Girdlegard where humans and elves lived together. You don't see any elven features among all the faces contorted with pain and fear. You look away.
I like to think that when I look at the dead bodies, I do it in just kind of like a, you could do better kind of way. Just a little bit disparaging as I look at the dead bodies. I'm like, you could have fought harder. You could have fought harder. So is there anything back here, or is it just all me all day? Or is this one of those sections where I'm just like looking for clues? I think we already looked at the elvish houses, so I don't think that's going to be that helpful. Can I go up in here? Oh, look at that. They've got like a little stage area that's been built around the tree. How elvish of them.
The body of the man is riddled with arrows and is lying in a small patch of undamaged ground, while a sea of flames must have raged in a circle around him. The robes remind you of those of Lot-Yonan's famuli. This, plus the fact that the man used magic, makes you quite sure that this is Garen.
Well, Garen had a bit of a rough day. I don't think he's going to want any of his stuff back. On the plus side, that means we just came into some magical artifacts, so this seems like a perfect time to just crack open that case and just be like, hey, what's inside of here? The guy that it belongs to can no longer have it, so it might as well be ours, right? That's how nature works. He didn't leave a will. We get to have it now.
The smell of the smoke has accompanied you for a while now. But here, so close to the bodies, it is masked by the sweet smell of death. You have a bitter taste in your mouth and have to pull yourself together to avoid vomiting in disgust.
You can't tap those constitution checks. Those constitution saves to keep from vomiting. I always wish that my name was William, because then there's all kinds of puns you can use. Like, I have an uncle named William. And, he's actually a legitimate, bona fide genius. Like, this dude is super ridiculously smart. And he comes with, it's crazy how smart he is. Like, this dude is super smart. But he's got, that classical, genius thing going on, you know? Where, they're super smart. But, when it comes to social stuff, they're a little bit you know? But one of his favorite phrases is, where there's a will, there's a way. Because he can basically build anything. Like, you give that guy, he's like MacGyver. You give him, a couple toothpicks and a string, and he'll come back with, a functional time-traveling, time-warpy teleporter. What's up, guys? I'm assuming we're not done here because I can't talk to you. You guys don't want to help with the investigation or anything? You're just going to leave that up to me? And my complete and total lack of investigative skills? I mean, that's cool, I guess. These are going to come back as zombies, I know it. Doesn't it kind of feel like they're going to come back as zombies? I think they're going to come back as zombies. I say we just leave. This is done. Ain't nothing going on here anymore. This place is burned down. Got took out by the filthy wrath of the elves. Those dirty leaf breathers. What's down the road this way? Can I actually go this way? Holy shit, it lets me go this way. Oh, not anymore. I thought we were about to have some free-roaming Skyrim action over here. I was wrong. I was misinformed. Can I walk up into the hills? No. I don't want to explore the hills anyways. So, I guess I have to look at the houses.
You have read about the elves and their buildings.
Pretty sure we already looked at those, but when I loaded my save, it saves at specific points. And I didn't do a manual save, so that means a lot of the dialogue stuff was left over. There's nothing inside this little treasure chest back here, so that's unfortunate. I don't see anything else that you can actually investigate. Oh, nope, there's a thing over here. We found it. We found it. It's alright, guys. Investigative skills +1. Around the corner. Looking at dead guys. So what did it want me to look at? Oh, the books.
Garen had these books on him when he was attacked. Was he trying to bring them to safety?
Your eyes fall upon a sealed letter next to the books. The circumstances seem grave enough for you to break the seal.
Greetings, Tugger. I am glad to hear that you finally wish to confide in Lot Yonan. I have found out something new about the demon. It's all written in these books. I think they are the key to his destruction, or I hope so, at least. Yours faithfully, Goren. What demon are they talking about?
You instinctively think about how the magical barrier is only a few days' march north of here, and beyond it, Varakas only knows what kind of creatures live in the Perish Land.
You destroyed my painting. Now I need fresh blood to paint a new one.
Well, I mean, there's bodies all over the place, so...
Huzzah! This will be fun! We finally get to fight!
I hope your blood doesn't clot too much. It has to be nice and fluid for my fine brushstrokes.
Ha! How do you plan to defeat us, pointy ears? There are 3 of us!
Oh, only 3. That makes it easier.
She looks over the corpses.
Otharin Lueth Buanre!
I knew it. They were going to come back as zombies. Necromancy!
The perished land.
Impossible. Greenglade is south of the barrier.
I know of nothing else that can resurrect the dead. Knock their heads off or they'll keep coming back.
So is she going to bail? Or, like, how's that all going to work? Because she seems kind of scary. You get an action point every 5 seconds in battle. Did it unequip? No, it did not. So who's got the health potions? Big Badass got the health potions. I don't know if I want the extra action point or if I want the regenerating health thing. I think I'm going to have him do the action point thing instead because his little choppy thing that he does is really, really good where he's like, ah, and he does like that little hammer attack thing. Oh, good, my relationships are getting better as well. Let's start this fight. Oh, good, we got to fight the horse too. Even better.
What is it? Huzzah!
All right, you go get her, and we'll see if we can do something interesting here. There you go. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Now on this side, he's got Eruption. Yes.
With pleasure.
Use Eruption. I definitely recommend the usage of a spell known as Eruption. There you go. Perfect. Health is moving around a little bit, but I think if we focus fire...
What is it?
Like, I really feel like if we focus fire this lady over here...
Come here, you! Ha ha!
Here, you go over here. And when you fight her...
Huzzah!
Give her one of those. Yeah, she got to go down quickly. One thing that I've learned about this game is that you got to eliminate hostiles with a quickness. And then what's happened to you? Why are you taking so much damage here? You go fight zombies for now. You, sir. Oh, I don't know. You might be better, sir, focusing on
What is it?
enemies more deserving of our ire. Oh, the lady went up there.
Here, you!
Yeah, go get the lady. Go get the lady. Go get her. Oh, shit on me. Alright, so don't use Eruption. Use that to clear that out. You do your cleave attack to clear that out. Boindil, you're going to have to go around. You have to do this kind of strategically a little bit. No, stop doing that. That's not the attack that I want you to do. Why are you doing that attack over and over and over again?
Yes, yes!
I need you to work your way through. Oh, no. Here, work your way through the lines. Continue whacking away at these enemies. I think it's possible that he might be in some kind of blood rage. I think it's distinctly possible. Go ahead and use your Talisman of Protection, and we are gonna kill some horsey things. Yeah, get out of here, horsey thing. Nobody's got time for you. Well, if I can't control him, then I'm gonna push you through over to here.
And what now?
And now that you're out of your blood ragey thing, go find her,
You!
and... Oh, he's back in his blood rage thing. I do so truly hope that we can res somebody after they go down, because if not, this is not looking super amazing for us. Did we get her? Is she down? I think she's down. Get the horse next. Oh, you actually, like, destroyed her. Crazy. Goindal, I don't know if you want to, like, be over here or not. But I think you killing this horse off sounds mighty, mighty fine. Tungdil doesn't look like he's feeling so great. You stay on the horse, and you, sir, if you can, smack the horse again with everything that you've got. We are losing people at much too rapid a rate. His blood rage, however, does appear to be pretty effective. Yeah, use cleave. There you go. Less enemies to deal with. Is the horse down? The horse is down. Good. Maybe I shouldn't have focused on the bosses, but there's no way to really tell. It was a tough call, but somebody had to make it. Keep mushing on him. There you go. A couple more down. Give me another one over here. Big hits. Very, very nice. He's regenerating, so he should get a little bit of health back. His wounds are going to be a tiny bit high for the remain. It's weird that you can only equip health potions on one person. I don't know if that's entirely something, because it seems like health potions are like the thing that I would want most above all the talismans and other things that we've been having so far. So he's all blood raged out. How come he's never done that in the past?
And what now? Who's next? Come here.
Maybe he goes into a blood rage when he runs out of AP or something? I don't know. I'll have to look at his character sheet and see what controls that. That only gets him off you for like a second, though. I probably won't be using his jump very much, but his little choppy thing is crazy powerful. I don't think you can actually set these up to be used automatically. Like, if you're not controlling people, I think they sporadically use their abilities, but it's tough to tell. So are we done here? Oh, there's one hiding back in the corner. Thought it could get away. Thought it could get away.
He hardly put up a fight.
Dwarves, you protected the glade. The perished land. The barrier has fallen.
You can feel your stomach cramping. Unlike Boindale, you can't say a word.
The damn mage I only had one job.
So this is what it is like to rise from the dead. I feel nothing. I am left with nothing. My love, my beauty, my home, and my forest. Everything has been taken from me. I beg you, have mercy and put an end to my suffering.
Without even being able to look into her eyes, you recognize the sadness in the elf maiden's expression. The dignity that she must once have radiated can only be imagined in her current state.
I guess I should ask a question first.
Garen was here, and I've heard that you elves have special abilities in battle. Did the Alfar take you by surprise in your sleep?
I felt her presence, but when I confronted the elf, she had already killed the first of us and resurrected the perished land. It fills humans and dwarves with a hatred for life. It turns you into beasts. They charged through the village like a fury, and everyone that they killed became one of theirs.
If the perished land spreads further south, then Nodon won't need any orcs, ogres, or Alfar. One human losing their life in the perished land would be enough for the madness to sweep through the land like the plague.
I guess we'll decapitate her. She said she wants to die, right? So put her out of her misery?
Your stomach turns, but you know that it's right. You've never seen the twins looking so serious. They would pit themselves against any army of orcs, but this is something beyond their power. And yours.
We need the Magi. They must rebuild the barrier.
Yeah, I figure we should probably go back and talk to Lot Yonan, if he's not already dead, because it sounded like he was going to go to a delegation of wizards, but my expectation is that one of the wizards has sold out all the rest of them, and so when they get there, it's a trap to get all the wizards into one area and murder them so that there's nobody that can repair the boundary. At least that's the way that I would do it if I was writing a D&D campaign.
We must go to Lot Yonan before the Perish Land spreads further. He will know what is to be done.
Neither of your companions objects.
I can't believe it. The barrier has fallen. How could that happen?
Who could tell? Anything could go wrong with all that hocus pocus.
It had held back the Perish Land since the fall of the Fifthlings. Reinforcing the barrier whenever it loses power is the primary duty of the Great Magi. I can't imagine how Nodon or anyone else could have broken through it.
You think of the demons mentioned in Garen's letter. You wonder whether it could be possible that a demon from the outer lands might possess powers so great that even the 6 Magi weren't ready for it.
I mean, on the plus side, Boindale leveled up and so did Tonguedale, so that's good. But that was a big fight. We got a considerable chunk of XP. However, our wounds are mounting at the moment, which will be something to deal with. So he's got charge, assault run spanning several meters and pushes enemies aside, or leap attack. I'll probably go with a charge, I guess. That sounds alright to me. Does that reset all of them and you can just do that as much as you want? Oh. Okay. Sounds fine to me. We've got an ivory figurine, which is very, very valuable. We got 340 gold, and we got 26 supplies from looting the city after it was destroyed. Just from looting. That's all that was. They don't need it anymore. It's now ours. Well, that puts our journey. We got to go all the way back to Lot Yonan. So we've definitely got some stuff to accomplish here.
Every evening since you left Greenglade, you have looked at Garen's books and tried to prize out the knowledge that they hold. But now, you must admit to yourself that you can't decipher them. They are written in the learned language for High Magi, and Lot Yonan didn't teach you that. However, you're sure that the books are important. Why else would Garen want them sent to Turga the Fair-Faced? You put them away with a sigh, and your eyes remain on the bag that Lot Yonan gave you. Did Garen ask Lot Yonan to return the magical artifacts in the pouch? You pick up the pouch and look at it.
Lot Yonan forbade me from opening the pouch.
The hamlet of Sungird certainly lives up to its name. You arrive as the sun sets behind the tower of a Palandial temple, lighting up its stained glass. There's a shop in the village, and through the window, as well as some everyday objects and food, you also spy a shelf full of books.
Yeah, might as well enter the shop.
A small bell rings as you enter the shop. The twins look around, but seem rather disinterested, until they discover a couple of gemstones on display. On the wall to your left is the bookshelf you saw through the window. It's quite unusual for a village shop to sell books. You stroll towards the bookshelf and read some of the titles written on the spines of the books. You know many of the works from Lot Yonan's library.
Oh, by Fracas, look, dear brother! The scholar really is looking at books!
It's an interesting selection, Boindale. I could make some recommendations for you.
Boindale throws his arm around your shoulder and pulls you slowly away from the bookshelf.
What if someone sees you? Here, this is more our kind of thing.
You follow him reluctantly and are shown the selection of gemstones.
So what's for sale here? They got elixirs of strength, healing potions. I mean, we're sitting on top of a lot of resources, so I could sell the precious loot. I can also sell the ivory figurine. That'll give me enough money to replenish my potion supply. What is that? The hero deals more damage for a little while. I don't know why you would ever, like, buy that. Like, it just doesn't seem like it's worth it. I'm pretty sure it's just like I think it's like trade items. You just sell them. They're magical artifacts. We'll confirm and continue. And we'll be on our way. I thought I saw a wagon down here.
Just like previous nights, you are haunted by the image of the elf maiden nailed to the tree in Greenglade. You wake from your sleep and look around you. The night is unusually dark. Despite your good dwarven eyes, you can only make out Boendal's outline, even though he's keeping watch only a few steps away. You're about to lie down again, but suddenly feel something cold against your throat. Next to you, the pale face of an elf slides into view.
Good evening. I'm afraid we missed each other in Greenglade, so my companion had to receive you on her own.
He's got a knife on my neck. I mean, let's just say nothing.
You don't have much experience with Alpha, and only want to act when you're sure that it will achieve something.
Don't worry, I won't kill you. Not yet. Do you know what I am going to do instead?
You feverishly search for an answer, but you can't even imagine how an Alpha thinks.
I will kill everyone who means anything to you. I will destroy your life, and you will sink into hopelessness, groundling. Your downfall is called Synthoras.
You tense your muscles, readying to defend yourself, but suddenly realize that the blade against your throat has disappeared. You look around, astonished. The elf is nowhere to be seen. You look over to Boendal, who is easy to recognize in the bright moonlight. Next to you, Boindil smacks his lips in his sleep. You touch your throat, and when you don't feel anything, you breathe out, relieved.
Just a nightmare.
At least that's what you tell yourself. But you don't close your eyes for the rest of the night.
Now that we've been visited by Edgelord in the middle of the night, like, calm down, Turbo. Slow your roll, Voldemort. You aren't that hard. Milk-skinned bastard. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll head down to whatever this tower
you reach
thingy is.
Carista and go straight to the seat of the Council of Magi. A worried and grim-looking guard bars your way.
Sorry, we are not to let anyone into the palace.
The guard looks around nervously.
Lightning bolts. A couple of days ago. Not like in a storm, but in all the colours of the rainbow. On the next day, we were told that the Magi had all departed again, and Master Nudin was not to be disturbed. No one has been allowed in the palace since then. Not even us.
The report of lightning bolts doesn't particularly worry you. On the contrary. If the Magi have travelled back to their kingdoms, it can only mean that they were able to reinforce the barrier. You are eager to hear Lot Yonan's account in the vaults.
Well, let's continue onwards. And I was going to chase down that caravan, but it's going so far off the beaten trail now. And it's like, I don't even know if it's worth it.
Boindil unwraps his dwarf cheese again and cooks it on the fire. When he offers you a piece, you take it.
I knew we'd make a dwarf of you in the end.
You chew on the cheese so you don't have to answer. It tastes better than you first thought.
Yeah, but now you got cheese breath, though. That's the downside to cheese. Is that unless you got like a toothbrush nearby, which of course he's a dwarf, so you know you ain't got one of those. Unless you got one of those nearby, it's just like you eat cheese and then you go on like a journey and walk and you just stank all day. Got that stank breath.
Once again, you reach the crossroads and the Stone Sheep Tavern.
Are there any guests around?
In the tavern, there are half a dozen people sitting at the tables, and just as many at the bar, clearly farmers and labourers from the surrounding villages. Boindil pays no attention to the other guests and trudges over to a table. Together with his brother, you follow him and sit down. The landlord comes out from behind the bar.
What can I get you?
What do you have for sale? Anything that I want? An elixir of protection? Oh, I don't know. We've got 103 left over, so that's enough for like 30 more days of traveling.
Despite Boindeal's loud protestations about wanting another drink, you say goodbye and set off on your way, accompanied by the twins.
So yeah, we're sitting on like 30 days worth of supplies. I don't think there's any reason why. I mean, we're going to take like 10 to get down here, but we'll have plenty of time to resupply elsewhere. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcast for the next episode of the Dwarves. I will see you all in future episodes. More will be up tomorrow. Hope you guys are enjoying it. This one's kind of taking me by surprise. Didn't expect this one to be so much fun. I'll see you all when next we meet. Hi, do everybody.